Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, this past weekend we had NXT Deadline, premium live event on Saturday night, December 9th. Figured go ahead and get my 2 cents in about it. We know tonight we have NXT Weekly on, so we get some fallout from the premium live event. We did have that pre-show match at Axiom and Nathan Frazer. That was supposed to happen last week, but got interrupted. I thought it was a great pre-show match, to be honest with you. One of the best matches on the card. I give it 4-star. It was damn good. Axiom getting the victory there. And then we had Punk come out saying he missed his flight, kind of hanging with Sean, fanboying, getting a picture with him and stuff. I'm okay with that. Sean's doing a great job with NXT. It's kind of almost to the level of what it was with Triple H back in the day. Having Punk out there didn't do a lot for me. It was like, okay, what's the point kind of deal. We know Punk's not going to be on NXT, so what's the point here? I know there was a rumor of him being there tonight, but he decided to show up on Saturday to meet with Sean. But they might get a bump in ratings tonight, hoping he'll be there, but who knows. But he was there on Saturday at the Bridgeport, Connecticut Total Mortgage Arena for NXT Deadline premium live event. Alright, so the first match on the card, we had the NXT North American Title line. We had champion Dominik Mysterio putting the title up against Dragon Lee. First problem I had with this match was Dragon Lee lost on SmackDown. So he just lost the match on the main roster, but we let him go to NXT and then win a match. I thought it was for a title match. That made 0 sense. You can make him look uber strong by winning on Friday, but he lost Friday night to Santos Escobar. He's been losing on live events. His last TV match, he beat Axiom on SmackDown. He beat Cedric Alexander a couple weeks there. It looks like probably SmackDown pre-show, I would guess. He lost tagging with, he lost a Fatal 4-Way #1 contender match with North American title back in September 26th. But yet he's North American champion now. The booking of some of this doesn't make any sense, at least for me. Now, do I think Dragon Lee is a hell of talent? Yes, I do. Is he one of the top luchadors in pro wrestling today? Yes, I do. Agree 100% with that. But the booking here just didn't make much sense to me. I ended up doing a match 3.5. Dragon Lee getting the victory. Really enjoy that. We'll see where they go with it. But it was kind of like, okay. Next up, we had the NXT Women's #1 Contender Iron Survivor Challenge. When this first created last year, I was kind of like, what's this all about? But the fact that you have 5 women, 25 minutes, you get 2 start, every 5 minutes somebody comes out, and it's the number of pinfalls in that time, they are the winner. And the way some of the pinfalls have happened, the way some of the end of the matches have happened, I thought that's been pretty neat. We had Blair Davenport with 3 pinfalls, Lash Legend with 2, Fallon, Henley, and Tiffany Stratton each with 1, and Kiana Jordan with none. The fact that Blair Davenport got that last pinfall 24-43 on Fallon Henley, and then runs around the ring so Lash Legend couldn't catch her. I thought that was I actually thought that was kind of cool, to be honest with you. This was a hell of a good match. Blair Davenport got the first fall on Fallon Henley, and then Fallon got one on Tiffany Stratton, and Lash Legend, Blair Davenport, Tiffany Stratton, and again Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport, uber talented. Tiffany Stratton, uber green, uber talented. Fallon Henry, Lash Legend, Kiana Jordan, haven't seen enough of her. But we have Blair Davenport get the victory there. There was one spot on this where you had Fallon Henley and Tiffany Stratton in the little cage thing where after you got pinned, you went in. And then you had Metaphor, Noam Dar, Stratton, and Oamensha, whatever his name is, blocking so they couldn't get out. They had to climb out, Tiffany Stratton had to climb out the top of it. It was like, come on, this is kind of stupid. That part was stupid. But overall, the match was great. I'm going to give the match 4-star. I thought it was a hella good match. Hella good. The women did definitely really good in it. Next up, we had Carmelo Hayes versus Lexis King. Apparently, Lexis King knew who attacked Trick Williams. It may have been Carmelo, but maybe not. So we don't know who it was, but we think we know. But Lexis King knows. He's not talking. It's like, okay. Lexis King, Brian Pillman Jr., whatever you want to call him. Carmelo Hayes apparently is going to be the mystery guy for the United States tournament. He's the NXT representative, so he's probably getting moved to the main roster, so that's kind of cool. So go out on a win against Lexis King. Honestly, I think Lexis King is only there in a big spot because he came from AEW, and apparently if you're from AEW and you go to WWE, you get put in bigger spots, but yet you're not able to win Mania matches like Cody didn't last year, but I don't understand how that works. But hey, I guess I'm not supposed to. You have the perfect story, and you don't. Here, I like the fact that they told the story, hey, I am Brian Pillman's son, but I don't claim him because he wasn't a father figure to me. And they changed his name to Lexis King. I kind of like how the angle they're going with that. But Carmelo Hayes getting the victory. I give it 3 1/4. Next up, we have the men's Iron Survivor Challenge. The winner goes on to New Year's Evil and faces the champion. So we had Trick Williams, Bron Breakker, Dijak, Josh Briggs, Tyler Bate, 25 minutes. We had Dijak and Josh Briggs start. Bunch of pinfalls here. So Dijak started with the first one, and then Josh Briggs, Tyler Bate. 3 in a row for Bron Breakker. You kind of thought he was going to win it. Dijak got one. Tyler Bate got his third. Dijak got his third. Briggs got his second. And then you had Trick Williams in a matter of a minute and 10 seconds. 4 pinfalls. And got the last one, 24:56, right before the clock ran out. I'm like, seriously? So you pinned everybody? So it was like, I thought they rushed that. Honestly, I think Bron should have won this or Dijak. But we'll see what Trick can do. I'm not a huge Trick Williams fan, but we'll see how it turns out. Ending event of match, 4 1/4. Thought it was a super damn good match. Next up in the steel cage, we had Kiana James and Roxanne Perez. I could have done without this match, to be honest with you. It was okay. Putting 2 very petite women in a steel cage didn't do anything to me. I was just like, okay, they did. I mean, they were climbed up top, but other than that, it was like ho hum. Even, I mean, any steel cage in WWE is kind of ho hum to me because you know you're not getting blood, and you know you're not getting the gruesome spots. So it's like, okay, now what? You know, those kind of matches you almost have to. Okay, War Games, steel cages, Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell. Those are designed for brutality. You don't get brutality these days. Kiana James get the victory. I ended up giving the match 2 3/4. Izzy Dane came out and cost Roxanne Perez the match. So her and Kiana James have been kind of hanging out. So we'll see where that goes. But overall, it was kind of ho-hum. 2 3/4 star. And then our main event, Ilja Dragunov versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin should not have been in the spot. There's no point. He is not that good. Ilja Dragunov is one of the greatest NXT champions of all time. I will put him against anyone, including Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and all of them. But Ilja Dragunov got the victory. I give it 3 1/2. 21 minutes. It's like, okay, Baron Corbin is shocked he was able to wrestle that long, but pretty good match though. 3 1/2 star. Probably one of Baron Corbin's best matches, but Ilja Dragunov is the bomb. That is NXT Deadline. So I'm going to get my 2 cents about some things. Overall, the product is good. I think there's some things done to improve it. I'm not like some of these people who go out of their way to try to compare it to AEW. And we have to, apparently since the baseball playoffs in November where they were head-to-head on a Tuesday and NXT won, now we have to compare it every week, what NXT does, what AEW does. Why? Since Punk showed up in WWE, we have to put down AEW. Why? Why can't we just enjoy all pro wrestling, which I do? Overall, great show. Not to the level of takeovers, but definitely one of the best premium live events NXT has done. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Make sure you check out the Impact Wrestling Final Resolution pay-per-view. along with NFL Week 15 and all the NASCAR news and notes. As always, thanks for watching the Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports content.